Next, everybody know already. Let's do that in Paris in September.
Well, sir, congratulations. Enjoy
Paris in September, eh? I'll do that.
You're up for it?
I'll do that. Let me know.
You're not the boss. You're not the landlord.
I don't mind. I don't mind. I'll go to Paris. Let me know.
You're up for the rematch.
Let me know. I'll be there. Ciryl Gane in Paris. Let's go. Let's go.
Back to training soon?
I'm back training now. Literally right now. We're going. Let's go.
Tom Aspinall has finally shared his thoughts on Ciryl Gane after Gane's impressive performance against Alex Pereira at the UFC White House event. While the spotlight was initially expected to remain on Gane's victory, the conversation among fans quickly shifted in a different direction. Instead of focusing solely on the win, many began calling for a rematch between Aspinall and Gane, with growing excitement suggesting that the potential showdown now feels even more significant than before.
Background, how do you think the overall fight played out from preparation to how it ended up?
We expectly exactly what we did. We did very well. We prepared myself with my team very well, and we did the job. We are really happy. We know every time when you let a guy like Pereira in the middle in the cage and in the flawless, you're gonna have a bad night. So the mission was to make pressure and not to be in the pressure.
Were you surprised that he weighed more than you entering this fight?
No. I was not surprised. It's 2-3 years ago, he looked already really big.
And the last one for me, the rematch with Tom. I guess in your perfect world, when would you want that fight to happen, and how do you think that fight plays out the second time?
As soon as possible, like I like to say, in Paris, for example, is a good idea. But I know let the staff of the UFC work on it.
I actually want you guys to just tell me what you think of this. When the jab landed, I fell and I grabbed his legs, throwing elbows and punches, and then it's like the guy's desperate. He landed a punch that he couldn't even believe, and then he wanted to end the fight no matter what. The ref was watching there. The guy hits me and I fall. He starts throwing punches. The guy sees it. It's an illegal hit. How am I gonna stop this fight, bro? It's against
I didn't know he said all this.
This is this morning. This
is crazy.
Yes.
He landed a shot that he didn't believe. He landed a lot of shots.
I warned him beforehand, but the guy doesn't have the guts. A real man, you hit the guy, you're right there, and then you're hitting him every which way. Come on, you can't see it. So this is basically me reading what Alex Pereira said this morning in obviously Portuguese, and I'm reading a translation.
I'm very surprised to hear this from him.
And
he's not a good look.
Although the matchup between Alex Pereira and Ciryl Gane was expected to bring clarity to the heavyweight division, it may have ended up creating an even more compelling fight in the process. Instead of settling the conversation, the result has reignited interest in a long-awaited rematch between Tom Aspinall and Gane. The rivalry between the two heavyweights has never truly faded. Ever since their first encounter ended in controversial circumstances following the eye injury that prevented a definitive finish, many fans have felt that the story was left incomplete. A large portion of the MMA community believed Aspinall was beginning to take control before the fight was halted, while others maintained that Gane never had the chance to fully demonstrate what he could accomplish. Because of those unanswered questions, the demand for a second meeting has continued to grow.
The whole internet is going crazy saying they were the back of the head. I'm like, no, they're not. When you have the rules meeting, this is what happens, okay? They come in and they explain, they put their hand over this area here. That little area there that you can make with your fist, it's called the nape of the neck.
We focus on the nape of the neck, and that's really what the rules should be called.
Let me just get the official wording. The nape of the neck is the back of the neck located at the base of the skull where the hairline meets the neck. This is legal. This is legal. That is legal. Right at the base of the skull, that is illegal.
Why is the guy who's getting fouled the victim on both sides, on the losing end and on the side where you can't do anything about it in terms of getting it reversed? It just
100%.
It's unfortunate. Ciryl Gane's one of those guys, you can't afford to get hurt with him because you don't know what you're gonna get hit with. You don't know what that dude's gonna hit you with. Elbows, eye pokes, hammer fists. Hey.
In that sequence, Herb Dean was just starts counting the illegal strikes. Hey, illegal. By the time the third illegal comes up, you have to be like, okay, dude, stop, reset. I know he's hurt. I don't care. You cannot try to finish the fight with strictly illegal blows. Like that's it's just very frustrating as a fan to watch, man. I'm like, dude, you already had him hurt. You have him on ice skates. Can't we just do this the right way?
Did you watch that clip with Adrian Broner and Arman Saryukian? When he's showing him, he's like,
yo,
back of the head, bow, back of the head.
First of all, okay, the UFC thing with Alex Pereira, man, you should never, ever, ever elbow somebody in the back of the head like that. I don't care what anybody says. The referee should get definitely some type of punishment for allowing that to happen.
As a result, the rivalry was left without a definitive ending, leaving fans with more questions than answers. Now, following Ciryl Gane's standout performance against Alex Pereira, the discussion has resurfaced with even greater intensity. Interest in a rematch has grown rapidly, as many believe the unfinished story between Gane and Tom Aspinall deserves a proper conclusion. What makes the situation even more interesting is how dramatically the perception of Gane has shifted in recent months. For years, he was recognized as one of the heavyweight division's most gifted athletes, yet doubts remained about how he would fare against the very best in the sport. After his latest performance against Pereira, many of those opinions have begun to change, with fans taking a fresh look at just how dangerous Gane can be when competing at his highest level.
I f***ing hate Ciryl Gane's back of the head shots. I thought the fight before the fouls was like a clean performance from Ciryl. Then Gane just sees the back of his head and, no joke, elbows and punches it 12 times over and then finishes him up against the cage.
You know what's funny? In the rules meeting, when Pereira was talking to the ref, they were having the translator go over like back of the head.
Alright, it is what it is, bro. Pereira falling short, bro. He dared to be great, bro. And he had his hands full with Gane, bro. Gane is a monster, bro. You know, Gane is really smart, bro. He really, Gane really moves, bro. He fights like a 155er, bro, the way he moves, and it's super smart. Thanks to him getting caught that one time against Bam Bam, really makes him move, like, he moved way more ever since that fight, bro. And he's so smart, bro. So smart, bro. Just great game planning, great sticking to the game plan, great shot selections. It was an amazing fight, bro.
Ciryl Gane's latest performance showcased exactly why he remains one of the most respected heavyweights in the UFC. He fought with patience, technical precision, and confidence, displaying a level of control that exceeded many fans' expectations. That impressive showing has reignited interest in a second meeting with Tom Aspinall, turning a potential rematch into one of the division's most compelling storylines. Throughout his career, Gane has been known for his exceptional mobility, refined footwork, diverse striking attack, and outstanding ability to manage distance, qualities rarely seen in the heavyweight division. Seeing those strengths on full display against a dangerous opponent like Pereira served as a reminder of just how difficult he is to game plan against. From Aspinall's side, the story also feels unfinished. Many fans believe the circumstances surrounding their first encounter left important questions unanswered, leaving the champion with every reason to want another opportunity to settle the rivalry inside the octagon once and for all.
And then last thing I want to ask you about the co-main event, Ciryl, obviously amazing performance. He comes out and says, man, give me that rematch with Tom Aspinall. We need to get that done. Obviously, we're not going to make fights tonight, but is there anything standing in the way of you making that fight right now? Do you feel comfortable that's a fight you can make happen?
I'm not even thinking about that right now. Yeah, Ciryl Gane, you know, listen, it's hard to move up 3 weight classes in MMA, and especially in the UFC. And Ciryl looked great tonight. You know, guy, we always say, he's a heavyweight that moves like a middleweight, and he definitely looked like one tonight. You know, we'll get back and let my people have some time off. You know, this week, and then we'll get back at it and we'll figure out what's next.
What can we expect from you in this rematch with Tom Aspinall?
I don't know. I can't predict the future, so we will see. But the thing who I'm really sure is now we know how to prepare myself really good, really hard with my team. We know everything. I know myself like 100%. So that's really important to be 100% present and to the high level in the UFC. You need that. So now we know how to do that.
And if you can just give a message to Tom, whether it's about getting back soon or about the fight, is there anything you want to say to Tom in this moment?
I got no message for Tom. I'm gonna have a message for Dana.
Okay.
The message is just let's do it. If it's possible, make it happen in Paris.
That is exactly why reports of a possible September clash in Paris have created so much anticipation. A rematch would finally allow Tom Aspinall and Ciryl Gane to settle their rivalry where it belongs, inside the octagon, instead of leaving fans to debate the outcome through endless online discussions. This time, however, the stakes go well beyond redemption. Both fighters have something significant to prove. For Gane, another meeting with Aspinall would be the perfect chance to show that his impressive performance against Alex Pereira was no fluke, and that he deserves to be recognized among the heavyweight division's elite. For Aspinall, it would be an opportunity to reinforce why so many consider him the most complete heavyweight in the sport, while finally closing the chapter on the controversy that surrounded their first encounter. That is why the matchup now carries far more importance than it did only a few months ago. What was once viewed as an exciting fight has evolved into a contest that could influence the direction of the entire heavyweight division. The landscape at heavyweight has changed considerably following the UFC White House event. New challengers have entered the spotlight, long-standing debates have resurfaced, and one question has quickly become the center of attention across the MMA community. Are Tom Aspinall and Ciryl Gane finally on course for the rematch fans have wanted for years? If that showdown does take place in Paris this September, the atmosphere is expected to be unlike anything the division has seen in recent memory. Both athletes would enter the cage carrying greater expectations than ever before. Aspinall would be looking to complete the story that was left unfinished, while Gane would aim to prove that he has developed into an even more dangerous competitor than the one fans saw in their first meeting. For everyone following the heavyweight division, it would represent the long-awaited chance to finally resolve one of the sport's biggest unanswered questions.